Hello, my name is Roderick. Let's talk trash. Not the smelly, stinky stuff your parents used to make you take out, but good trash. Trash you can use. Trash we can use. Perhaps if we can use it, it isn't trash after all. When we're talking about trash we can use, we're talking about recycling. And I've been picking up a lot about recycling these days. See, I work at this place, and it's my job to keep it looking good. And believe me, that's not easy. So I'm thinking, set up a recycling program, keep the place looking neat and clean, help Mother Earth at the same time. What I am finding out is recycling is not as simple as just saving a few cans. To really recycle, we need to look at the big picture. Recycling is more of an economic thing than you might think. Of course, it's great for the earth and all, but the cycle in recycling breaks down if the money thing doesn't happen. Here's what I mean. We're talking about a total recycling system, and it works like this. I drink this can of soda, I throw this can into the bin. I dump the bin at the recycling center. The center sells the cans to the aluminum manufacturer. The manufacturer sells aluminum as new cans to the beverage company. The beverage company sells me a new can of soda, and the whole process begins again. Now, the strange thing about this journey is that there's a lot of buying and selling going on. And if it doesn't happen, the cycle breaks down and you're not recycling. Now, I'm not giving you this to rap to get you depressed about money or jobs or something. I'm doing it just to make a point.
Recycling is a fragile economic endeavor that relies on market forces for its success.
Translation: to make it work, buy recycled products. I know everyone thinks they're recycled. That's good. That's collection. But a collection is the first step in the total recycling system. Check this out. Now this is collection. Collection is something we do good here in America. We collect over 200 million tires a year. That's one tire for every person in the union. That's a lot of tires. And they're all going to end up in collection facilities like this one. So what do you collect?
We recycle cans and newspapers.
Milk jugs, laundry detergent.
Anything.
Well, actually, I don't do that much shopping myself.
You can make Halloween costumes out of paper bags, glue milk cartons down the back of being a caterpillar.
Yay! Collection is the easy part of recycling. We're good at it. It's what we've been doing with our garbage. All right. Solid waste all along. Let's check out some guys who really know collection.
Is it time to dine?
No, it's time to eat.
Hey, I think the collection's going rather well today, don't you? Oh, yes, I particularly like that last alley. What a great fragrance.
Yeah, tart and tangy. A nice little nose, as they say. Quite an impertinent little trash heap, eh?
Yes. And it reminds me of the tales of the old days. The odorous history of the refuse collection. Yeah, you know, there were horses back then. Lots and lots of horses. You know, every day a horse produced about 20 pounds of manure. You know, it was Ben Franklin who established the first street cleaning crew back in, what is it, 1757.
Great. I'm really happy for him.
6, 7, yeah. And the hogs. I told you about the hogs, didn't I? Yes, well, there were 10,000 hogs roaming the streets of New York. Yeah, Manhattan, right downtown. Just eating the garbage, having a great old time. Oh, those were the days. Wish I could have been there.
I wish you were there right now.
Could you imagine what it would have been like to be a street cleaner back in those days? Are you getting enough beta-carotene in your diet?
In the past, trash stunk. It stunk real bad. Animal carcasses, rotten food, human waste. It was a real mess. Eventually, we developed what's called a sanitary landfill. That's where garbage is placed on an impermeable liner, like plastic or clay, and then it's covered with dirt. But then there's a problem. Nobody wants a landfill in their backyard, and no one wants to live next door to the landfill. And worst of all, we're running out of existing landfill space. Not to mention we're wasting our resources. This is where recycling comes into play. By taking reusable products out of the waste stream and change them into usable products, we lessen the amount of waste in the landfills.
Yeah, actually, the first curbside recycling program originated in Baltimore in 1874. Let's go. Are you finished with your beverage? You know, that's a recyclable can. Yeah, you know, in this country alone, 1,500 aluminum cans are recycled every second. Yeah, well, in a year, 80 billion aluminum cans are used. Now, you know, that's enough to rebuild the entire airline, commercial airlines. Who cares? Yeah, aluminum's one of the great success stories of recycling. Yeah, aluminum and glass. Have I told you about glass?
You're just in your own little world, aren't you?
Well, no. Shut up. Oh, no. We use enough glass every 2 weeks to fill the entire World Trade Centers.
Where does this stuff come from? I mean, is it already in your head, or were you possessed?
Oh, the World Trade Centers. They're 1,350 feet tall. No. Now, do you think that's like whole glass bottles, or do they use crushed glass? I don't know. Anyway, it's really like...
The first thing to remember is that collecting is not recycling. It's only the first step in the total recycling process. Hey guys, where's that stuff going?
Hey, oh, well, I'm glad you asked me that. Now, from here, this material goes to the source-separated material recovery facility.
It goes to recycling.
Ah, yeah, well, let's go, man.
I didn't get a chance to tell him about the
Get in the
gas.
truck.
I'm here with the Earth Club from Jefferson Junior High School. We are on our way to the Civic Recycling Center.
In Earth Club, we recycle cans from throughout the school, and when we recycle the cans, we take them to like the local grocery store, and then they take them to the Civic Recycling Center.
Robert's his name.
Okay, I just want to, are you guys familiar with the recycle bins that they have at the grocery stores? Yeah. We have a separate bin for food cans. We have a bin for newspaper. We've got a bin for office paper, all your like white paper and stuff like that. And over here we take, I don't know if you know about the numbers on plastic, but we take number 1s and number 2s, and I just have the people go ahead and throw them in this bin, and whenever I get around to it, I sort it out. And all the milk jugs go up the bin into that one over there, and that's all milk jugs. All number 1s have to be separate from number 2s, so we have separate bags and bins that we keep them in. That way they're ready to go. And whenever we're ready to bail that kind, we can just take them right over to the baler and bail them up. Okay, right here we have a glass machine. All the glass that you take back to the stores and the glass that people just bring in here is all ran through this machine. This here's the can machine. I basically just run the cans that the public brings in. It runs them up in there, flattens them down, crushes it up, and then kicks out a little bale like you see stacked back over there. They just have different bins for different kinds of paper. I don't know if you know there's different kinds of paper or not. This machine right here, this is a shredder, and basically we have accounts with people, and if they have like confidential stuff they don't want people to read, checks, stuff like that, they bring them here. Since it's all nice and shredded, then they can just go ahead and put it with the rest of the paper, and they just kick it right out onto the normal baler. But everything that I've showed you, plastic, aluminum cans, paper, everything is ran on this. So whenever the bales come out, take a bob cap, pick them up, carry them around, put them on a truck and trailer, and send them out. That's pretty much it.
So, okay, so you guys are like in about 10 years, 11 years, going to graduate from what? College, right? And so aren't you going to be our lawmakers at that time?
Yeah.
Okay, and so shouldn't you be working right now?
It might be too late then.
Ooh, Ooh, yeah. So what are we gonna do? What's your plan? Do you have a plan? Help me out. Just help me. Put me on the right track.
You're gonna just tell everybody you better recycle, or we're coming. Or we're gonna put all the trash in your house, because that's what you're doing to everybody.
So would you say if everyone cleaned their own doorstep, it'd be a cleaner place?
Yes.
Because really, what you guys are doing, you're taking care of a lot of people's junk instead of taking
What people do is when they throw it away in the landfills, they're just kind of like forgetting about it, and they have to deal with it, because just once you're done with it doesn't mean that it's just gone forever, because it's going to go somewhere and it's going to create a problem somewhere else.
People throw things in the landfills, they think it's just gonna disappear. Well, it doesn't.
No, it
Most days, it's there for life.
So what do you guys know that's in the grocery stores you can go and buy that is recycled?
Cereal boxes.
Toilet paper, paper towels, or paper.
I heard you can make a sweater out of green soda bottles.
Yes, yeah. I heard
And it's green. It turns out green.
We recycle. They do.
Okay.
And we support recycling.
Nice. Good one. I like that.
It's great to be here, man. It's great to recycle.
Plastic lumber. This bench is made from the same old plastic bottles we saw in the recycling center. It's just as strong as wood, lasts longer than wood, saves a few trees, doesn't require painting, water won't hurt it, and it takes what was once landfill filler and turns it into a usable resource. Lots of things, useful things, can be made from recycled materials.
The line in The Graduate was, "The future is in plastic, my boy," and I think that's still true.
I bet you never knew all the stuff that could be made from recycled products. But here's the catch. The benches, the paper, the bottles, the cans, none of it has any value unless we create a market for it. So, buy recycle. Which brings us to a great place to learn about closing the recycling loop, the supermarket. All right, going to the store to do a little shopping. Okay, we're in the supermarket. This is where it begins and ends. We're closing the loop. Right, Bob?
That's right, Roderick. I understand today we'll be commenting on some sort of shopping event. Man against groceries. Will there be prizes?
Bob will be providing our colored commentary today.
That's correct.
Let's go to live action. As you can see, this shopper needs to think about the basic rules. Remember the big three?
Yes, I do, Roderick. Never go grocery shopping when you're hungry. Don't forget your fresh vegetables, and always bring those coupons.
Actually, Bob, we're speaking of waste reduction. The 3 R's. Reduce, reuse, and recycle.
Well, you know, Roderick, sometimes you can get double coupons.
Anyway, this shopper can reduce his waste by buying products with less packaging. and by checking the packages for recycled content. Let's go to the replay. Are you with me, Bob?
Right over here, Roderick.
Now for the reuse part. What should we find in the cart, Bob?
Oh, fresh vegetables. He's got to think about his daily allowance of potassium, among other things.
Good call, but he could score valuable points with a reusable bag. You know, like at the store when they say,
paper or plastic, please.
The best answer is to have your own reusable bag. Let's see if he goes for the recycled material.
I'm just not seeing any coupons here, Roderick.
His points would be increased by checking the labels for recycled packaging.
It looks like they're going to have to score this one an error.
Good call, Bob. Now here's a fine-looking specimen. Let's check out this guy's moves. He picks, he checks, he passes. Too much packaging. See, your smart shopper goes for the stuff he needs without the extra packaging, which he doesn't need.
Roderick, that is correct.
Notice the reusable bag, ready to go. This guy's got it down. Yes, he checks the recycled packaging.
He's a swell fella.
That's truly shopping at its best. Let's check the standings and take out the trash. It's time to make a decision here, folks. I guess it's not enough to throw a few things in the recycling bin and say you've done your part. Managing solid waste is going to take a major change. A change in attitude, a change in ourselves, and a change in our world. We can't afford to do this anymore. Landfill space is getting tight, and we're losing a lot of valuable resources in every load of trash. So here's what you should be doing. Reducing your volume of waste, reusing materials again and again, and closing the recycling loop by buying recycled products. The world's changing fast. It's a small place, the only place, and it's up to us to take care of it. You decide how you want your world to be.